Hello botanists, I'm back out at Wooster Memorial Park and I wanted to show you some new flowers that I've been seeing on my walks out here. The first one that I want to show you is one that I'm really excited about because it's trout lily, which is the flower that Dr. Austin's paper is about, and I found it right here along this beautiful stream out here at Wooster Memorial Park. And here is the plant. So here is trout lily, and it's a really neat spring ephemeral because it's really easy to identify, because look at those leaves, those like splotchy leaves. As soon as you see those coming up, you know you have a lily. And of course, it's a monocot, so we have parallel vendation. And I know this one is definitely trout lily because here's the bud. And you can see that it's gonna be a yellow flower, and it hangs down and is pollinated by the pollinators that Dr. Austin talks about in her paper. And there are a number of buds here. So I've seen trout lily out here at Wooster Memorial, but this is the first patch that I've seen with buds on them, and I can't wait for the flowers to open and to see what color pollen we have out here, because as Dr. Austin found in her paper, a lot of the populations had both the red and the yellow pollen, and I don't know what is out here. So as soon as they open, I'll try to come back out here and document what color pollen it is. Okay, so the trail I'm on is called Trillium Trail, which is appropriate because all of these are trillium out here, and none of them seem to be in flower, but there's a couple close that I'll show you in a minute. But the first one I want to show you right here is bloodroot. So this is a beautiful plant. I think it's in the ranunculus, and it has been used for traditional medicine because it has this like red sap. You see, that's why it's called bloodroot. It's red sap. It's got these neat leaves. Can you see the red sap there? Oh, that shows it to you. However, that is definitely poisonous, so it is no longer suggested unless you for using it for stomach things. But look at this beautiful flower, just bright beautiful flower. Here's little Claytonia, or spring beauty, that we saw last week being pollinated, the first pollination I saw out here. This neat little plant right here, this is Dutchman's breeches, and I'm going to try to find one in full flower, and I'll show you later, but it is in the same genus as Bleeding Heart. It's a new one. So let me show you. Oh, so here's even more trillium. This is all trillium, a few Claytonia in there as well. Here's one that's really close to flowering. I'm hopefully going to get out here next week and can show you one in full flower. Right here, some more Claytonia right there. Another one nearing flowering right there. And this is in the trillium is in the now in the Liliaceae, which is one of our focal family this week. It used to be in its own family, but it got switched over. Right, here's some more really neat little spring flowers. So these plants, these flowers right here are all in the Hepatica genus, and their common names often have to do with liver. Hepatica, I think, does have like liver, because like these plants have been used in traditional medicine for liver ailments, and if you look at their leaves, they kind of look liver shaped, if you will. And there's a few different species of Hepatica out here at Wooster Memorial, and I can't always tell them apart, but Seek has been really helpful in being able to tell them apart. So if you haven't tried the Seek app, which is a companion app with iNaturalist, SEEK, its algorithm is just spectacular, and it can really, like, you can take a picture and it can get the plant often down to species very easily. So look at all these. So this is in the buttercup family, these little fellas, and they're just so gorgeous. Big, open, beautiful flowers. A few more feet up the trail, and I want to show you all the neat little Hepatica flowering here. And this is a round-lobed one, and you can sort of see how the leaves, this one has nice leaves, look like livers, and that liver's there, and where it gets its name from. Alright, so I found a neat little patch of Dutchman's breeches that are in fact flowering. Breeches, whatever. They're called that because they look like little upside down pants. So if you like flip them over, can you see how it's like a little guy with big huge pantaloons, and that's why they're called that. But they are in the same genus as bleeding harps, and you can see how the flower morphology is quite similar. It's not one of our focal families, but just such a neat little spring ephemeral here. Little dude. There's also a bunches of bees flying around because it's a nice sunny day. So if I can get a video of a bee, I will add that too. Right, botanist, so that's it for today's hike out here at Wooster Memorial Park. Saw really neat plants I was really excited to show you. And I did see a lot of bees, but none of them would slow down enough for me to video them. At this time of year, we see a lot of Andrena, the one I showed you about a week ago. Pollinating the spring beauty, the Claytodia. There's also polyester bees are out, and there's also big queen bumblebees out. So if you see a really big bumblebee, it's a queen, and she's just coming out, and she's trying to find a nest to start her colony. Saw one in my native flower patch over the weekend when I was doing some yard work, so it was really exciting. Also this time of year is, this is in Ohio, it's native plant month, which is a little sad being under quarantine that it's native plant month, but there are a lot of neat information about plants, and I hope that even if you can't get outside, which I know most of you can't, that you will get to see some of the neat spring flowering plants through iNaturalist and by researching them. So stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. I can't wait to show you trout lily and trillium in flower. That will be so cool.